Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.
We are live. Welcome to the Token Metrics Market Update Show. I'm your host, Bill Noble. If you need a roadmap in crypto and you need to make money in crypto, then like and subscribe to this channel because we have real analysts providing you with no-nonsense research in one of the most uncertain times in recent memory. Please visit our sponsor, tokenmetrics.com, to get some of the best research in the business done by AI and human beings. All right, let's welcome people to the stream. Taz, always nice to see you. Jan, Silent Sandal, Peter. Always explicit, Elon Musk. Okay, and Stephen Ove, along with Andre. Welcome to the show. So we are live, but are we alive? Can you handle the uncertainty, the pressure? What should you do? Well, I am a mere mortal, and it is very clear that my job on YouTube is to use a crystal ball, predict the future, while simultaneously levitating off the ground. Just kidding. Okay, I can't levitate, but I will try to give you a scenario that will help you here. Now, why give you a scenario if I may be wrong? Well, because you can take the scenario, look at it, and then say, okay, was that right or wrong? And then act accordingly. So here it is in English, and then we'll dive into the charts. Most likely, there's going to be a relief rally off the Fed announcement. So if you're watching this later, this live stream is being done 2 hours before an enormous Fed announcement. There should be a relief rally. Avalanche is already up 10%. The Fed's job is to fight inflation, not wreck the markets and ruin Christmas. Okay. Then tomorrow, there may be a decline as people realize in equities that the party is over. That when the Fed stops or slows down the printing press, that's bad for equities. That could create a flash crash in crypto. So Bitcoin 42K, ETH 3,400, or ETH 3,000, or whatever. Off the flash crash in crypto, I believe crypto, not investment advice, could turn around and go up. I actually woke up more bullish this morning than I have been in 2 weeks, looking at YouTube guys saying the bear market is here and everything is going to zero. Now, after the flash event, okay, I believe that if there was ever going to be a decoupling with crypto going up and equities going lower, that now would be the time for that to happen. So an outside the box way of thinking about an outside the box event. I don't mind sticking myself out there, because if I'm wrong, well, honestly, no plan survives contact, but at least you'll have a plan. All right. With that said, let's jump into the charts and your market update. We are all going to make it. I see this all the time on Twitter, and that is the title of what I tell you now. Let's begin with legacy. You cannot figure out what to do in crypto without watching legacy in this environment. One of the reasons why ETH is not at 5 or 6K, because I know some people on the show were like, hey, I thought you guys said ETH was going up. Yeah, ETH is going up, but it requires the dollar to go lower. The dollar is not only not going lower, but it's going higher. So if the dollar goes up off the Fed announcement, if stocks and Bitcoin go down, it could stay down if the dollar continues to be annoying. My hope is that the dollar goes down off the announcement. Why? I don't know, but it doesn't make any sense for the dollar to be as strong as it is. Now let's talk about equities. ARK Investment Next Generation Internet ETF. That certainly is a mouthful. They own 8% Bitcoin. This is a speculative equities ETF run by Cathie Woods. As you can see, it continues to fall out of bed and may continue to fall out of bed. This may create hedging pressure or selling in Bitcoin if the people who run these funds decide to sell or hedge their Bitcoin. So this is not designed to scare you, but it is designed to remind you that equities and Bitcoin are very related. Bitcoin is not boomer coin, but it is a legacy-owned asset. So what happens to legacy in the short term could also happen to Bitcoin. QQQ, NASDAQ 100, containing the 5 giant stocks, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, etc., that are holding up the entire stock market. So the stock market is actually falling apart, but these big stocks that account for 10 trillion in market cap are holding it up. QQQ is dominated by those 5 stocks. If those 5 stocks break to the upside, QQQ is poised to go up because of a diamond formation. However, with diamond formations in equities, a lot of times the breakout is to the downside. So if people take profits or reduce their exposure to stocks that everyone is hiding in or think they're safe in, that could result in a very powerful decline in stocks. Just to put this in perspective, this is the chart of Apple. Apple was at 140 in October, and it has done nothing but go up to 180 as everyone hides in, frankly, a big tech stock that may not be impacted by inflation or interest rates or so. Of equities tomorrow will likely dictate what the next trade in crypto is, and it will likely give you a dip. Whereas if you want to try to be bullish, let's say, on crypto, equities may give you the chance as stocks like this correct. Speaking of stocks, let's also keep an eye on Galaxy Digital, my favorite crypto stock and leading indicator for the market. So Galaxy Digital is currently trading at 21, okay, and not looking that great, but it's hanging out around support. Now, if everything falls apart, Galaxy could go, I don't know, it could go to 16. There could be a flash event, who knows? But if Galaxy is above 21, when all is said and done, a day or so from now, that could be very good for crypto. So big equities could have a sell-off, and crypto equities may go down, but they may come back. At least that's my hope. So we're going to try to think bullish, but we're going to act accordingly, right? We're not going to get what they call dogmatic or locked into any particular view. We want to evaluate the charts objectively. Point is, if Galaxy Digital holds up and other legacy assets don't do well, I'm going with Galaxy Digital as the indicator for crypto. Bitcoin. Okay, if Bitcoin goes up, it could go to 52. If Bitcoin goes down, it could go to 42. If it's the end of the world, Bitcoin could go to 32. I kind of think it's 40, 42 and back. Whether that's today, tomorrow, or later, I think Bitcoin, as it crashes, if it crashes, is going to find buyers. And personally, I would think it's really funny if Bitcoin didn't flash crash, if it just hung out and sat here, right? Because everybody is so bearish, I'm wondering how it's going to go down. But again, this is probably the biggest event with the Fed and the Treasury since they were going to figure out how to bail out AIG and Lehman back in 2008. So again, if Bitcoin's up, it's 52. If it's down, it's 42. I'm hoping for flash and then back. Okay, ETH, same thing. 3,600 is support. You could have support at 3,400. That's where my colleague Forrest has it. If it's a disaster, 2,850. Okay. I think at the end of the day, if ETH goes down or if it doesn't, when this is over, when we can finally just go, oh, ETH could take off and go to 5K, assuming there's no crash in capital markets. I mean, obviously, it's going to crash. It doesn't matter what I say or what's on the chart. But if it doesn't crash, it leaves ETH a lot of room to go up because ETH has been holding up. So has Apple, but I think ETH has a better long-term investing value proposition than Apple. Everybody owns Apple. Comparatively, nobody owns ETH, and I don't need to tell you the value proposition for ETH. Here's an intraday chart. So ETH is not above 3,900. That's not good. That's why I think there might be a flash event. 3,400 is support. 3,000 is support. Let it flash crash. Let's see if the bulls can take control. If you've got stable coins and you want to try to get invested and pick up cheap stuff, not investment advice, obviously you're free to do that. You can also sit this out for a day or two, think bullishly, but act accordingly. Let the market tell you what to do. All right, speaking of the market, Mr. Market likes Avalanche. Avalanche up 9% as of this recording, which is 2 hours before the Fed comes out. As Mr. Spock from Star Trek would say, fascinating. Somebody wants to get long when nobody would dare get long, which is right before the supposedly apocalyptic Fed announcement. Interesting, right? When do you buy? When no one wants to. I wouldn't have thought it, but it's happening. So somebody wants Avalanche so bad, they don't care about flash crash risk. They're buying it now. Love it. All right, now, just to keep everybody honest, as good as AVAX looks, AVAX may be eating the lunch of all of DeFi. So AVAX is bullish because DeFi Perp or DeFi 1.0 could be in trouble. If DeFi Perp cannot get above 9K, there is downside risk. Okay, and I can see a world where ETH and Avalanche go up and DeFi Perp goes down. The value from DeFi may be captured by the layer ones, not by the protocols that run on those layer ones. Okay, Solana not doing well, right? So ETH and Avalanche may be eating Solana's lunch, right? Solana, if it dips to 100, that's good chart support. It would be wonderful if Solana would run back above 180. That would actually be a constructive outlook. Polkadot, briefly, has to hold 24. If it doesn't hold 24, then it's kind of the Wild West in terms of where it stops. I would like to see Polkadot hold 24. Where is our artificial intelligence in all this? In other words, our AI has read the price action. And where does our AI want to park money, not knowing that there's a Fed announcement today? Well, on Kraken, Bitcoin, right, probably maybe has limited downside, at least compared to alts. Polygon, Sandbox are popular parking lots, according to our AI. Qcoin, okay, Altcoin Paradise, sort of, as if the market's going up. Near, which is up, Terra Luna, which has been doing well, Polygon, and Axia. So Qcoin AI wants to put money in coins that have been outperforming. So Matic doing pretty good for an altcoin, right? You know, it ran up to $2.50, came back to $1.80, but it's not crashing like Metaverse and DeFi. Okay, Near Protocol, huge wick up to, I don't know, 18. Okay, it's holding above support at 9.2. So Near, like Avalanche, is holding up and rallying. Axia, a new digital currency, it looks like it's kind of run out of steam, but obviously it hasn't gone lower. It hasn't crashed like so many other altcoins. I think somebody told me yesterday that more than half the crypto big cap market is below its 200-day moving average. Axia obviously trading a lot better than that. Luna was up yesterday with the market down, and Luna is actually holding above a prior ceiling at 54. So again, you know, Matic, Avalanche, Near, Luna. These are places where the AI is parking money. Sandbox, another one of those places, doesn't trade good by any stretch, but is not totally crashing. So there's support at 4 and 373. And honestly, for the sake of the metaverse trade, I really hope those points hold. Decentraland, I really wanted to get above 3.5. I want to throw out a disaster, scenario where it's not a disaster, but if the market lets you pick it up cheap, if there is a flash event, 221 is a level to look at. Now, I know I'm positive. I'm putting forward that we're all going to be all right mentality. But I want to point out places where people can get hurt. Cardano is something popularly owned by retail. If there is a debacle, I'm showing support in Cardano at 77. 77 cents. I am not telling you that's where Cardano is going. I'm just giving you a reference point. Sometimes retail traders can get flushed before the markets go up. Doge tried to rally yesterday, failed at 20 cents. People selling rallies in meme coins. Again, highly speculative, crowded retail trades. Most likely, no bueno until further notice. XRP cannot get above 80. Again, legal regulatory uncertainty combined with Fed uncertainty is not necessarily a recipe for upside. Okay, AVE. Okay, now if you want something laughable, all right, what happens if DeFi 1.0 vaporizes? Well, that could mean AVE all the way back down to where it started. Do I think that's going to happen? No. Do I hope it doesn't happen? Yes. Should you be complacent if you are long DeFi 1.0? No. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to think bullish, right? Think about where opportunity is in crypto, right? It's easy to get down in the mouth. It's easy to be bearish. It really is. It's easy to say the party's over and everything's going to zero. So if it goes down, I want you to think like a bull, but I want you to act accordingly. So think like a bull, but don't do something that gets yourself killed. Be intellectually honest about what you're looking at. And we at Token Metrics will do everything we can to keep you in the game. And that is the market update. All right, friends. I definitely appreciate everybody coming in. Okay, Damon missed me in Miami. I appreciate that. Donna, much love to you. Appreciate the love that you guys give me, and I want you to be safe. Not doing altcoin overtime. Okay, today we may do a pop-up live stream if there's a huge monster event today. What I want you to take away from this is have a plan, protect yourself, don't get negative if something terrible happens, continue to believe in crypto, but most importantly, manage your P&L and your risk. Don't want you to get wrecked, right? So think positive, but act accordingly. This is Bill Noble from Token Metrics. We will see you next time with more information on the post-Fed decision.